Well, like I said, I think there's a lot of money lost in fraud. People using a social security number, somebody else's social security number. The medical system grabs that, submits billing, gets money that way. But I think a lot of it is there's just too much overutilization in the United States. I think the incentives are always to do one more test, sadly, even sometimes one more surgery. And we heard testimony about that today, but I think we have to be a lot more aggressive in looking around the country and saying, if one state is spending way less than another state, why is that? And what can we do about having that many less tests, that many less surgeries compared to other countries? And of course, we're not healthy, which is another big problem. I think Bobby Kennedy is working on that. And I look forward to our diet changing a little bit. I think some junk food that they sell in America isn't even available in Europe. And that's another thing that will, I think, reduce costs overall.
The president's also done something pretty big, and it'll certainly start to take effect next year, and that is reduce the price of prescription drugs to Americans, things like Ozempic or in vitro fertilization and other things. These are big historic changes that haven't been changed in years, or prices that haven't been gone down in years. Americans will start feeling that in the first quarter of next year. What do you think the reaction is to be when things like no tax on tips, lower drug prices, lower IVF costs suddenly hit their wallet?
On drug prices, let's say what was the problem. I think the drug companies give way too many campaign contributions to people in Congress. I think as the result, Congress was not willing to go after the pharmaceutical industry like they should have. Donald Trump, he's supported by people other than the pharmaceutical industry, and that's why he was able to crack down on this. And your drugs are going to cost a lot less a year from now. And hopefully when that comes about, all the listeners will know who to thank for that, Donald John Trump.